Welcome, everyone. Good to have you here. Today's client story is about a lady addressing tinnitus. Please, if you suffer from tinnitus, go to your physician first. Make sure all the physical aspects are taken care of. Otherwise, besides that, it is fascinating to explore the subconscious aspects playing into it. So, when we first talked about the tinnitus, she mentioned how it was distracting her from the environment. At the same time, it was sort of creating some kind of a bubble around her. And within that bubble, she had a space for herself. So we went into the session and addressed the part first that was creating the tinnitus. It was very obvious that it was wanting to protect her. It was wanting to protect her from the loud noise outside because she had sensitive hearing. It also wanted to protect her from any potential hearing damage because within her family line, there were uncles and aunties that were wearing hearing aids due to hearing issues, and she did not want to face the same fate. So we went back to the first scene, and she saw herself as a 25-year-old woman in this lifetime. She was working in a factory. It was a very loud, noisy environment. Every time she was walking through that factory, she was afraid that she could experience hearing damage. So she was wearing plugs, but then she couldn't hear anyone. So in the end, she felt she did not belong there. The next scene that came up was a past lifetime where she was a girl and she looked different from everyone else. She had blue eyes. So the whole village was kind of suspicious against her that she might be a bad girl. So after a while, she was sent away. And in that moment, when they sent her away, she blocked off her hearing because she didn't want to hear what they were saying because it was only mean stuff. She had no place to go, so she went into the wilderness. And within the wilderness, of course, she had to fine tune her senses in order to survive. When she died a few years later due to starving, she felt really it's not good to be different. It's better to be like everyone else. And when we were reviewing that lifetime from a higher perspective, she actually noticed that she was quite resourceful in that lifetime, being capable of surviving in the wilderness for a few years. That was actually quite strong. She noticed how she had this power and had this ability also to control her senses. In the next lifetime, she experienced how her husband was leaving for war, that she didn't want to hear him say goodbye. So she really shut off her hearing. It was like the strategy to not hear it, so it's not happening, because she was really inconsolable. She was really so sad. And after a while, he did not come back. People started to talk about her, and she also felt she wanted to block off all the negative talk in regards to her. She didn't want to hear it because it also did not come from any good intentions. She sold things on the market. So she took care of herself and became around 60 years old. In the end, she was really capable of taking care of her own life. Yet she decided that it's good to sometimes just block off things that people say about someone else or about her. So when we were looking back at the scenes, she noticed that she actually is more powerful than she was aware of because she has this ability of refining her senses or blocking things off. So she actually does not need that part any longer. So after the session, for the first days, she experienced that the tinnitus was intensifying, which very often can happen due to the very focused approach that these kind of sessions have. Yet in the end, it was declining around 30%. And I think that's quite a good result. So yes, that's another fascinating story I wanted to share. Please share your thoughts if you like. Let me know in the comments down below. And otherwise, I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Take good care and goodbye for now.